shout out to Shadow Buddha over there in the OC. Keeping it wavy over there. Yeah, man. So bro, one of the things, just to jump around again, so I'm consistent with my jumping around. your whole the whole Kaczynski Ted, the Unabomber, that you breaking that down on your channel, that book, it just led me down a completely left turn rabbit hole that I never, like, I was like, holy shit, bro. Why is this guy that is seen as like maybe he is on one level, definitely is probably one of the craziest people in our modern times, spitting facts about like social interactions and social dynamics. That shit was crazy, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, surrogate activities.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, bro? That like was a great template for me, and I've been like rotating and meditating on that like all week and shit. Can you break that down? And surrogate activities and how it relates to what we're trying, how it relates to trying to
Oh
navigate
yeah.
this world. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
One
you,
could
sir.
actually relate it to, the occult,
Mm-hmm.
understanding and about focus and to Taoism, in
Yeah,
regards to focusing on the task and not the goal, right?
right.
And that's where technique sort of, obfuscates means towards a specified end, right? And you have to think that the more capable a technique is, the more their own merit, right? But they're
Right.
basically gained because of the value of completing the task. So it's like somebody playing a pointless game to win a pointless prize, right? And essentially what it is that through competing in these means, we create this artificial goals for ourselves, and we create compensatory mechanisms in order
Mm-hmm.
to fulfill those goals. Pretty soon, it's like the compensatory mechanisms become the goal themselves. It's
Mm.
like a trick that we play on ourselves, that, like, when you're trying to do something towards a specific end, and you want to improve the goal that you're doing it for, then the task sort of becomes something that becomes disconnected from the goal itself. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why, for example, if you want to make a product, right, how you can make it better is that you become more efficient in making the product, right?
Right.
Now, pretty soon, making a good product doesn't become as important as the goal of efficiency. The means becomes the goal.
Mm.
It's like
Right.
you got tricked.
Right.
You got swindled, and that's why I say technology itself is a swindle. This is how
Right.
it mentally tricks you.
And all forms of technology too, because it's not just you mentioned this in one of your previous broadcasts about how maybe I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but like how language is a technology as well, right? It's a type of, because we're communicating, so it's a technology. So a lot of times with our words, oh yeah, first of all, is that am I onto that? What you said, something
Oh
similar?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought so. I thought so, and I noticed it because I did a broadcast a couple of days ago about, how this big thing is 20 versus one, where there's like 20 girls and like one dude, like a rapper, in this white like hollow deck room, and they're like popping these balloons. You've seen that, right?
No, I'm
I
not
know you've
aware
seen
of this.
that. Oh, that's probably good. Your mind's probably in higher thought and whatnot, but sometimes because I get so high spiritually, intellectually, that I need to go down to earth and relate to you know the masses. So anyway, I was watching. That's my excuse for watching this trash. So I was watching this show, bro, and they have this dumb rapper named Little Dump, a low-cal rapper, right? And he has these 20 thoughts, 20 like girls, and then And the first thing he asks them, he has these 20 girls, and he can literally go on a date with them. And probably, yes, it's a show, but I'm sure these girls are very promiscuous and whatnot. So he can get, what he wants sexually from them. And so the first thing he asks them, and these girls are willing to talk to him, listen to what he has to say, is like, "Oh, where'd you get your gold? Where'd you get your diamonds and whatnot?" Right? And this reminded me of the fact that one, it's a really stupid question, something to state when you first meet somebody that you're attracted to or you want to get at, and two, that's like a surrogate activity. Like the point of the show, and probably the point in his mind was at first is like, when you're younger, I want to meet girls, I want to meet young ladies, right? I mean, at least that's where it was when I was in my 20s, But he's so focused on what it takes to, in his mind, how to get these girls, these young ladies, right? That the process of what to wear and what the correct things to say and how to act, and that, like, when he has one in front of him, the goal is detached, and he has stupid questions like, or it says stupid thing like, "Where'd you get your jewelry from, bro?" Like, so that's my way of trying to relate these big picture ideas to the small picture, like, and how a lot of times even the way we approach people socially is totally detached from the goal of what we probably intended for, you know. Um, do you think there's a way we can, like, a solution to this, like, type of untrue behavior?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the problem, to summarize, is really like this. Is that because I kind of made it more complicated than it needs to be, but
Yeah.
the thing is that to explain it in a very succinct way, right? We chase artificial needs, right?
Hmm.
That are developed through specialized means. How are they developed through specialized means? Well, it's the rule of experts that derives most of these conveniences, right?
Right.
Convenience and laziness become the mother of invention. You see, that is the essential trick that it plays, because specialized means, right? Um, all specialized means, they are, they create side effects, right? And
Hmm.
to deal with those side effects, because those specialized means, because the more closed off a system is to dealing with changes that are outside of it, in a way, the more complete it is,
Hmm.
right? But the more susceptible it is to what's going on outside of it, so it can't really perceive. So the more specialized a person is at their task, not only are they good at completing that task, but they don't see how that task really connects to whatever else is going on, right?
Right. Right.
They're able to block all that out. They're able to just focus in on the problem. So
Right.
specialized means create compensatory mechanisms, because of the side effects that they create. Pretty soon, the compensatory mechanisms become, the whole entire goal.
Hmm.
That's where the surrogate activity comes out, and that you're
Hmm.
doing things not for your own means of subsistence, right? Or something, and you're doing tasks that don't actually go at the speed and pace of human movement.
Right.
You're setting in motion tasks and operations that don't necessarily relate to your own happiness, your own level of skill, your own personal satisfaction. You know, um, um, Finding a lover, being a part of a community. Those sort of things that Kaczynski says are deeply personal, value engendering behaviors. And obviously this whole process is without morality, right? Why? Because morality is based on a sense of purpose. It's not based on the ends that you get, right? Technique is inherently utilitarian,
Yeah.
right? In the way it engenders its ethical demands, right?
Right. And you speaking on purpose, I mean, that's something I've been rotating on that for a while too, is um getting your purpose. And how does the tech the technology that we use every day, how does that relate to finding our purpose.
Yo, that's all.